Hey everyone out there in my family at the dreamy dreamland with Sensei Al Bob. Well, that was a nice little story, a nice little strangeness from the contract to Jimmy. The only problem was that a number of you who were chatting with me, I can't read it and talk. My eyes, I can't. I have to go back and look at it not while I'm chatting because then I can put it in a frame where I can enlarge the writing and I can read it. And that's why I keep asking you guys to contact me, not in the chat. I mean, you can leave all that chat stuff there because I go back and read it. And the folks who are out there in the family, you can chat to each other. I see you do that. But I still am naive and not native to the technocratic stuff. Me, I just stumble through this. And so I haven't really been able, unless you call me on my phone, unless you leave me a phone number on my Gmail, the dude awake 42 at Gmail, I cannot really seem to contact you. I go back and I push get your channel and, like you and, you know, subscribe to you and all that, and yet I can't seem to communicate with you because I'm not on Facebook or whatever platforms you guys use. But there are a couple of you that John was reading everything because he wants to control blah blah blah. I mean, he jumped into the end of this as Jimmy, which is okay. But it set off the what's the right word? Cadence of my story. And I was going to go back and read all that stuff, but not with Jimmy there over my shoulder, wanting to read everything and putting his videotaping. And you saw that last little thing before this one. He freaks out when I point the camera at him, but it's all good for him. But anyway, there were a couple of you that then tried to get a hold of me through his channel, and he wouldn't let me contact you on his phone because he said, "Oh, you'll break it." And there are a couple of you guys who seem to have a real problem that I want to, if you want someone to talk to, if you need someone to give you advice, that's my job as your sensei. I'm here for you, but you got to get a hold of me at the dude awake 42 at Gmail. Because that last nice hour and a half of story about Gary Blue, once it loaded itself back up, it didn't have the chat. So I couldn't go back and read everything you guys said, which is what I like to do. Anyway, I mean, I really, again, I'm thinking you do the same thing over and over again, hoping for a different outcome. Not so much. Yeah, thanks. So, God knows what John will wake up to, but I'm planning to go back out into the woods. I'll have to get more clothes. Okay? Okay. So I love you guys. And remember, anyone who really needs to talk to me, really needs to jump in, get a hold of, jump in now and or get a hold of me at the dude awake 42 at Gmail. So that one little person who's there, did you watch the contract video? Did you hear my story on vacation and Gary Blue? If you have, come on. Give me something more than a little smiley face, which I do like that. But let's hear what you have to say. Because I was, again, I cannot, this thing has such small print. I'd have to wear 6 different glasses all at the same time to read that small print, or a microscope or a magnifying glass or something. But I go back and read it because I like to see what you say, and you guys were putting in some good stuff. Well, take your time on all those other videos. They're all in there. And maybe the chat will show back up on my last video. But like I said, I still haven't figured out how to put a Patreon account on this thing or how to do that or this or edit or any of the above. But I'm putting these things up for you guys and for posterity. If I had to move out, and the woods was beautiful and great from May until last Wednesday when I had frost on the ground. But I may have to go live out there for the winter, and I may die. And that's okay. I've lived a long time. And I've given you enough stories. And things are coming to a head right now. I mean, it's obvious that energetically and in the planet and all the stuff that's going on, nothing can be hidden again. And folks can't even hide from it. I mean, and that's what upsets John when I talk to him, because I talk to him as a friend. I tell him things he needs to hear. And he's saying that I'm being mean. When I try to help him suss out his feelings, he doesn't want that. So, if he can't, and I've given him the name and number of a number of friends of mine who are really good shrinks who are in this neighborhood who could truly help him, doesn't call them. So, but we're coming to a place. We're already in that place. We've already gone off the cliff. We can't lie to ourselves any longer. There's so many good YouTubes out there. So many people doing so much good work, and so many people looking at them. I'm looking at their sites. They got like 500,000 people viewing them. Now that they're viewing them, I wonder if they're really taking it to heart. Now, you guys are. I really am quite impressed with all of you. And I truly love you, and you are my family. You aren't YouTubers. You aren't subscribers. You're my family. And I'm here for you. Okay? So go back and see them all. There are lots of good ones. The one that Set You Free, that's 4 or 5 back, that's a very good one. You could use that to help yourself because it's a guided meditation. It's there for you to get there, And and as long as I can keep putting these things, because man, I got a lot of stories. I mean, this last one, I kept bumping into another story. I mean, I kind of went off sideways a few times, but I'd still be telling you the story of Gary if I kept going. So, and every time I hit a fork in the road where I could have gone for another 10 miles, I said, okay, there's another story. I'll tell you about that one. And the one I did the one I did this morning, that was about 2 hours long, where I was showing you, everything is connected, and I kind of, lay down the groundwork on how everything is correct, and, you guys seem to love the old crone so much. And, I told John to take it all down. Who cares? You say they don't make any money. It's worthless. It's why do them. Well, then take it down. He go, no, 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 no. Meaning he is making some change out of that. And, so much. He gave me $300. That's more than I had. I had like all of $16 in my pocket. Now I got $3. So I got enough money to get a little food and gas back home, or at least back to the cold forest. And maybe, it'll go back to. But see, kids, we aren't experiencing global warming. In reality, we're experiencing global freezing because what's occurring is our sun is, not acting like it has acted for all of our recorded history. And see, what people don't realize is that humanity is just a blink of the eye of geologic time. And we are just the salt on a potato chip. We are not important. We blink out. Who cares? Really. And the only thing that truly is keeping us here is this connection of collaborative love between the all creator and where we are in our all creators you know server. This little bag of water you're looking at is just the avatar of my soul that's in somebody's server. So yes, that will keep going on forever, but this material existence is just a sandbox. And are all those who are suffering out there, I empathize because I suffer too. I have a great deal of pain, physical pain in my life. What's wrong with me? People can't believe I can live with this pain, but what it really is a blessing in that it forces me to meditate all the time. It forces me to go back into my hermitage practices, which I kind of ignored for 30 years. So, the end part of my life, I've been blessed with the tools to go back to that and to be connected to that and to be awake. And I'm here to try to help you wake up. And so the pain that you may exist, the loss of anyone in your life, I've experienced so much death in my life. My parents, my family, loved ones, my wife, a good 100 people in the 70s and 80s who died of overdoses and AIDS and all of the maladies connected to it. These are all close friends. Most people don't even have friends, but I've had hundreds, and I still do. Gary Blue still knows me. He still sends me a Christmas card with him and a photo of us down on the beach and the letters, vacation can save your life. So that's what we all need. Not misery, and because all misery is self-inflicted. Yes, we can have pain. That's not self-inflicted. But the misery comes from our lack of empathy to others and our inability to realize we're not the only ones suffering. So anybody out there who needs to talk or needs to communicate, remember the dude awake 42 at Gmail. And you get a hold of me there, give me my phone number, we can talk. Okay? Or you can leave your phone number and I'll call you. So, okay. Love you. Catch you later. I had to hit the other button. Yeah, I'm getting a little tired. It's like maybe pushing 8 o'clock, 7:30. It's getting dark quicker, They're going to turn the clock back soon, so then it'll get dark like, 5 o'clock rather than 6:30. Okay, love you guys. Anyone in Hawaii wants to buy me a ticket and I'll do whatever for you.